Thank you for joining us for another episode of Dad Music Podcast. This is episode 9. The guy to my left, your right, is the kid of the Dad Music Podcast, and this is his new haircut. His name is Quinn.
And this over here is the dad of the Dad Music Podcast. He's half of the band Scoreboard, and he is a really cool dad. Okay.
Today, we have a multiple award winner. We have somebody that has over 2 million streams on Spotify for 2023. Today we have Michael Felker of the band Convictions. Quinn, why don't we go ahead and introduce the next song?
Yeah, the next song is Hurricane, and it's really cool. So let's play it. Quick.
Click.
I think I'm lost in this hurricane. I'll never find my way, My lungs collapse. I can tell I can breathe. 16 years is not enough. Time will pass, but I feel your love. It's still inside me. Still inside me. Torrential rains have swept you up. You always told me I could trust. You're still beside me. Still beside me. Every dream is falling short, and the pills they never work. It's all the same.
Thank you for being on the Dad Music Podcast, Mr. Michael Felker.
Thanks for having me.
You guys had... So I looked at your stats that you guys posted for 2023. You had 2.1 million streams and 294,000 listeners. You guys have also had multiple Grizzly Awards, Metal Song of the Year, Metal Vocalist of the Year. Congrats.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a crazy year.
Yeah, man. I see you're rocking the cropped sleeves.
Yeah, so I watched your reaction video this morning, literally dressed as I am now, and my jaw just like sank because I was like, this is becoming a problem. I need to get more sleeves.
Dude, the video for that song, like all of you guys' music videos are very well produced.
Thanks.
I don't know where you get the influence for those or the ideas for them, but I don't know if it was Hurricane or another one. It's like you're almost in the ship on the Matrix, and there's all sorts of cords and stuff dangling off of people, and I don't know. You guys have a lot of cool stuff.
So that was an afternoon at Lowe's, just putting stuff together.
Afternoon at Lowe's.
Yeah.
I mean, in that same vein, I also creeped on your Facebook and I saw a Halloween costume that you made for $13. That was a Mandalorian.
Yeah. I got my helmet right here.
So, we have an appearance by the Mandalorian. Now we can put that as one of the tags on the video. Nice. We had
nice. Yeah. No, I want to get into some like cosplaying. I got a little nerdy itch that I got to scratch.
we had Igor Efimov on here at one point, and for whatever reason, the 11-year-old brought the cat on screen, so we were able to call it a cat video. Has the most streams out of any of ours.
Well, I got 3 of them running around here I can go grab if we need to.
Nice. Well, we just got done listening to one of your songs. Quinn's going to ask us some questions. Before we do that, though, I wanted to kind of tell you about our show. I have an 11-year-old co-host. So we plan things, but sometimes it's like the beginning of the vacation movie where he's trying to lay out the plan of how the vacation's going to go, and his kid turns on Pac-Man or something and it starts eating the car. It's kind of the way that our banter tends to happen. So whatever bunny
cool.
trails, things that we go off on, it's kind of what makes this fun and unique. So we've got a Zoom meeting going, but we are also on a budget, so if we run out of time on this Zoom, I have a backup one ready to send you, so we'll just kind of time it out and keep going where we left off.
Sounds like a plan.
Cool. What do you got for us, bud?
So...
Talk to your mic.
Yeah, so, what is behind the song, like, Hurricane? Like, what inspired it, and, like, why did you make it?
It's a good question. So, when we were writing Hurricane, we were actually in Florida during a hurricane. That's just a complete coincidence because the song was already written. But we had just come off of our previous record deal, and we decided we want to go independent. So we put together a single with a producer named Andrew Wade, who's pretty reputable. He's a great guy. I would call him a genius. This dude's insanely good. He worked with Wage War, and he does all the Data Remember stuff. He really challenged us to kind of step outside of our comfort zone and think outside the box. And at the time, we had a fill-in bass player. His name is Ray. Cool guy. Oops. Better call community. Apologize for that.
All I saw was a flicker.
We can edit that out. So we had a fill-in bass player. His name was Ray. Super cool guy. He had been super cool with us, and he started opening up to us about his life before helping out our band. Told us a bit about his struggle with medications and pills and things like that, and his way of coping with a long depression. And one thing that Andrew was really pushing for was having us write and create music from different influences. So this was kind of the first step for me to begin. I would almost call it like journalism, like my approach with writing music now. I try and find good stories a lot of the times, and just have interviews with people, kind of like you're doing here. And that really pushed me to write and explore new ways of lyric writing and storytelling. So it's about a good buddy of ours named Ray.
Awesome. Well, I shared with you it's definitely been one of my favorites, even though it's one of the old earworms. The chorus is catchy. I mean, all the screams are spot on. I'm a big fan of that one. I bought that album a couple years ago, and it was definitely my favorite one on there. Had a couple releases since then, obviously, including one that we're going to get to a little bit later in the podcast. So, metalcore in general, you're our first metalcore artist. Congratulations. So, what kind of inspired you to go that direction with your music?
That's a good question. This is the first time I asked about Sleeping Lotus, so I'm not too prepared here. Let me think here. So, Sleeping Lotus overall is just kind of shares like an experience that I've been having a lot in my life. Just trying to like, I guess, awaken your inner potential and feeling like restless and stagnant and things like that. And those are some of the things we touched on in our lyrics. We were coming out of a rough spot. Pretty much everybody in the band left at the point of creating that song. It's just the founding member, Zach and I. So it was just really kind of dark place we were in, and I wanted to try and reach in and pull out something hopeful and something that kind of resonated the things that were going on in my personal life at the time.
Awesome. Well, I remember you guys I've been in several metalcore shows over the years. You guys are the first one that I've ever seen a chair swung around in the mosh pit like crazy.
Wait, was this audio feed?
The parking lot audio feed show. My goodness. I don't remember that girl's name. She came with a group of my buddies from Florida. And I saw your face when that happened, and you were just beside yourself.
How can't you be? That was incredible. Just had no expectations going in. It was supposed to rain. Like, we're playing in a parking lot, which I don't think any of the bands were playing in the parking lot. We like kind of hopped on that show sort of last minute. We had some scheduling conflicts, and so we had done like over a 12-hour trip just to get there. And they're like, all right, like the setup out back, it was like really low, like low production. You're just playing the parking lot here. You can figure it out kind of situation. And sure enough, like it was actually really cool because there was a lot of free time. There was like a big gap in the schedule. There wasn't any bands playing. It was like a lunch break for the day. And like it seemed like everybody just kind of pulled together and watched us play in the parking lot, and seeing that chair was pretty wild.
Oh, yeah. Fun story. So, I have a little bit of a brag. The very first show that I played with my project Scarbird, the logo there, was actually earlier in the day on that same sound system. And I have the sign-up list for the impromptu stage up on my wall behind me. And for whatever reason, he's going to run across the room and grab it.
Was this the same year? Was this?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
So, I think whoever was scheduling you guys and set up that surprise listed it as "Ooh, hungry, go to the food court," but man, he can't see that.
Damn, it's a little blown out, but okay, wait, I'm seeing some.
There it is. So you were about 5:30 or something.
Oh, okay, yeah, like that gap there, yeah.
Hungry, feeling convicted. So, my brag is technically I opened for Convictions in my very first show. So
let's go.
Boom. Wow, that went off the rails. So, back to metalcore. You guys definitely prescribe to the word Blegh.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we do.
What is your interpretation of Blegh? The metalcore Blegh.
I'll show my age here. I would say it's the O 2.0, because back in like the early 2000s, or I guess 2010s, there was a lot of oh in like every breakdown, and it seemed like there's just this big exodus to doing blasts and weird animal noises. So that's just the modern O, in my opinion.
Nice. Well, we mentioned before you're kind of metal, or you were given Metalcore Vocalist of the Year or something like that at the Grizzlies a couple years ago.
I got it right here.
Oh, do you?
Boom.
Nice. I was so sad that they didn't do one this year. I was going to see if we could present one as a podcast and get our name out there a little bit.
Yeah, I think they're taking a year off, or I'm not too sure.
Something like that.
Mm-hmm. I just learned a couple of days ago that you teach screaming lessons, like how to scream like without hurting yourself and how to scream good.
Well.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's like my new work from home job.
New work from home job? Like, did you have any coaching yourself, or?
A little bit. I mean, it's hard to find resources to do what we do. Like you can't just like go find a class somewhere like for like traditional singing. I've been screaming for over 20 years now. And I've learned like quite a lot along the way, and I feel like with all the research and time that I put in, like it's I wish I would have had that like when I first started, instead of all the trial and error and pain and so forth. So I wouldn't say like I'm licensed or professional, but I think I have a good idea, and I've had a pretty good success rate with my students, so I'm happy.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the way that you scream. My highs, I'm a big fan of those as well. I cannot low scream, so maybe I need to give you a call.
All right.
But at some point, I need to start incorporating some lows. So a lot of this show, and I've failed to touch on this in several episodes, is kind of ushering in the next generation of musicians, fans of music, things of that nature. Really, we just are interested in your story. How did you get to where you became the lead singer of Convictions?
Oh man, that's a great question. I'm trying to think. Is there a short version or a long version? Depends on how much time we have.
As much time as you would like, sir.
All right. Well, I guess it all started when I was pretty young. I was in like elementary school, even like going from being really adamant to growing up and becoming a pro skateboarder. Like kind of like following this alternative path. I think that comes a lot from my dad. He pushed me to do like BMX and skateboarding and listen to like alternative rock and Nirvana, The Offspring. It was always in rotation when I'd be with my dad. So I'd always liked aggressive music like since I was really little, but it wasn't until like junior high where I would start to hang out with like the music kids, and I felt a little bit bullied and kind of pushed the like, I don't know, kind of like not the cool kids table. And I don't know, it's just like a long time I spent just feeling kind of different and not understood, and like wanting to kind of step out of that comfort zone and be put in a position where, you know, I can share who I am and the things I love. And I had a lot of friends like that would joke like, oh, like you should be the singer of our band. And I can't play anything. I've never screamed. I've never done anything like that. So I guess the idea was always in my head, like the desire to like start singing, but I really didn't have much skill with that. And then it wasn't until my brother and I were goofing off, like freestyle rapping. I got a sleepover. We were really young, and I shouted accidentally, and it was extremely loud, and it had an early flavor of what the way I scream now. It was just like really aggressive and raw, and we both looked at each other, and he had just started drumming at the time, and we're like, yo, what just happened? And we're like, we should make a band. And then that began a long 20-year journey. So that's the early stages of this.
So Convictions, are you guys 20 years old, or is that just kind of where you started, first band deal?
No, yeah. So with that band with my brother I just mentioned, we were called Tantrum. This is like 2005.
It's good for screaming.
Oh yeah. We later switched to As It Fades, and then that broke up, then it became Valor of Athena, and then that went to a band called Arson Our Savior, which is a different group, and then from there I got a call from Convictions. So quite a few trial and error bands before getting to where I'm at now. But I joined Convictions 2012, I want to say. So it's been a little over 10 years now.
Awesome. Well, Quinn's got something for us.
Uh-oh.
Now, we do have a alternate something depending on your situation currently. He usually tries to get us into a little bit of a game. Are you in a place where you can be loud?
I guess so.
Okay. Well, Quinn, let's do the loud one. Wasn't sure if you had sleeping babies or anything. We do.
Okay, we're going to forcefully make you scream funny phrases.
Oh no. I don't know if I get that loud, but all right, let's hear it.
Okay.
So why don't you give us your McDonald's order real quick, just as a scream.
Okay, McFlurry.
Yes, we just try to have a little bit of fun and kind of break up the seriousness.
Yeah, that's a first.
What else do you have?
My favorite color is hot pink.
Are you telling me, or are you asking me to scream that?
We're asking you to scream that.
Hot pink. What kind of style of scream?
Whatever's comfortable and fits the pinkness.
Pink. All right. I gotta go like this, otherwise I feel silly.
It is very much.
Yeah, it's so like distorted.
Yeah, it is kind of distorting your microphone a little bit.
Oh, did it just go out completely?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Screaming too loud. Okay, got it.
Okay.
So what else you got?
Let's go grab some tacos.
I'm gonna say all right, maybe if I stand back further.
Let's go grab some tacos. There we go. All right, well, let's go into the quieter one just because. That was awesome, though. So we're gonna give you a choice between a couple of like things, and tell us why you would pick those one or the other, and give us kind of a reason.
Okay, cool.
So, first one's an easy one. Pancakes or waffles?
Pancake.
Ooh. Okay, if it was offered to me for breakfast, I would say neither. I really don't care for the pastries for breakfast. I really don't eat breakfast a lot unless it's like the hearty sausage or eggs and stuff, bacon. But I guess I would say waffles because it traps the syrup.
All right.
Okay, Nintendo or Xbox or PlayStation?
Okay. I have all of them. And I grew up with all of them except Xbox. So I would say PlayStation. But I grew up with a Nintendo 64 and an original Nintendo. So those are the closest to my heart.
All right.
Mine is PS4.
Tour bus or tour van?
Wait, what?
Tour bus or tour van?
Oh, bus.
Bus, definitely. The
Yeah.
van gets a little crowded and probably not the best smelling thing in the world.
Nope, it's kind of the worst. I've had the pleasure and blessing of being in both, and I can tell you, being in a bus is like the Taj Mahal of transportation.
Yeah. Are you guys currently busing it, or just every now and
Convictions,
then?
no. Well, we have a transit van, which I guess could be considered a bus, but it's quite large. But no, not a bus.
Awesome. All right. Cool Ranch or Nacho Cheese Doritos?
I
I don't know
both.
why there was an R in cheese, but there we go.
I like both, but I'd probably stick with the classic.
All right. Dude, you are making so much noise right now.
Which is the classic.
It's probably the cheese, I would assume. Okay. Chicken nuggets or chicken strips?
Chicken strips.
Definitely. All right, you want to do the last one?
Okay. Gilmore or Billy Madison?
Happy Gilmore, Billy Madison. This is an ultimate. This or that.
Happy Gilmore.
Is there a reason?
Yeah, well, I like both. I love both, and I quote them a lot. I don't know. I grew up watching Happy Gilmore a lot more. I feel like it's got a little bit more relevance because I'm starting to get into hockey. Happy Gilmore. But Billy Madison's great.
Nice. All right, well, I think that's all of the this or that's that we have, unless he's... Yeah, but if it's overloading the mic, that doesn't really work. Quinn was asking if you would scream Dad Music Podcast.
Yeah, if it doesn't affect the mic. There's so many different ways of screaming. I'm giving you like the big beefy ones. I didn't warm up, so I don't want to blow it. So all right, I'll try and stand back further. Did the tacos come through?
Tacos was better.
Okay, I think it's just farther away. Okay.
Yes. That was actually pretty epic.
Nice.
So, after the game, what we typically do is we'll introduce the next song.
But first,
Uh-oh.
a surprise for you.
Oh,
I have a surprise.
some of this cut out. I'm sorry. I'm heard a little.
Okay.
I have a surprise for you.
What are you doing besides ruining microphones? Okay. Stay in your lane.
Is it
Okay.
a scream? It's cutting out.
I guess it was a scream.
Okay.
Kind of.
It just went completely silent. It could be the EQ.
Wow. My ears just died. But anyway, what we'll do is we'll go ahead and introduce your next song, your newest single that actually came out on, was it the 15th of
Yes,
March?
sir. 15th. Yep, 15th of March.
And that'll be Sleeping Lotus, and we'll actually edit it in right here.
Sleeping Lotus! Wake up, wake up! I got restless, pushing through the darkness, longing to prove myself.
All right. So we're going to officially say we're back after hearing the song Sleeping Lotus, which was just released. What can you tell us about that? Why is that the first single from the new Convictions?
That's a good question. I think it's just like the significance of it being like the first song that we recorded, like coming back in full swing. I've spent the most time with this song, and I feel really confident with it. Like this is delivering the way we want to sound. Not that that's going to be our only sound, but I just feel like it's a good full package. And I like the message, and yeah.
I love
Oh, go ahead.
I love the dynamics of it. Like, it starts off just punching you in the face, and actually ends punching you in the face. But in the middle, there's so much, like, you drop down into those clean vocals. I don't know what the guy's name is in the band that does the cleans.
Yeah, so that's Quentin. Quentin.
Okay.
Yep.
It's close to Quinn.
Nice.
Okay. Apparently he's just being Shade's silent guy. But I like the real high highs, then the nice, clean, pretty melodies, and then that breakdown after the bridge. My goodness. Like, it definitely hit, and I'm sold on it. So you had mentioned before that it's kind of waking up kind of your the stuff that's inside. Does that have to deal with, like, artistically, or
yeah, I think like I feel like it's quite relatable. I work overnight in a warehouse, and there's all kinds of really fun and creative people that I meet there, and I'm not here to diss my place of work, but it's I think we all kind of reach that breaking point, whether it's some place in our life where maybe we're complacent or we're just trying to get by. And for me, especially, like, as I'm getting older and struggling and hitting certain ruts and areas where I feel stagnant, like, it's just kind of like that wake-up call. And where I work especially, it can get pretty daunting and a bit bleak. So yeah, it's just a message that's been pretty close to my heart, and just falling a dream.
Awesome. Warehouses are the best. I'm actually a manager in a, like, newspaper distributing warehouse.
Oh, cool.
And goodness, you get a lot of colorful, interesting people that.
Yeah.
I'm glad I've got, like, these big picture windows in my office, so I can just look out and people watch at some of the people that come through, and
yeah.
I love it. So, Quinn, are you okay? He's just exited, I guess. So what's next for Convictions? Obviously, you got a few more releases. I just saw some new merch that went along with Sleeping Lotus. I've got some old school merch going.
Loving that.
It's actually one of my favorite shirts. I bought it at Audio Feed like 2 years ago, and it was dark, so I didn't know it had, like, the marbling pattern on it. I got it home, and I kind of said, "What's that on my shirt?" And I thought I had, like, ruined it. And I'm like, "Oh no, it's actually, like, really cool."
Yeah, that I'm a big fan of, like, that style of shirt you're wearing. I think they're called crystal dyes.
Okay.
Yeah, or maybe a marble print, but I'm a big fan of that. Yeah, being in a band, you become kind of a nerd when it comes to garments. I'm like, oh, he has the American Apparel Ultra Dye Gildan, like, you just, like, learn all that stuff. It's so funny. But yeah, awesome shirt. So yeah, with Convictions right now, we just dropped Sleeping Lotus, and we're really excited about that. We haven't announced this yet, but I'm sure probably later this evening or sometime coming into this next week here, we're going to announce that we'll be headlining a festival in Mexico at the end of the month. So this will be our first time.
What was that, Quinn?
I think I'm losing some audio on my side.
Right. my microphone
Goodness.
my microphone isn't working. We're recording right now.
Well, he didn't say which festival.
I haven't said which festival, but yeah, we'll be in Mexico. First time headlining a festival. I'll just say it because I'm sure this will probably come out not super soon, maybe.
Well, actually, the episode is going to come out probably next weekend, so you're
You're
probably safe.
Yeah, it's a festival called Exudo Fest.
Ooh.
It's in Mexico, and we should be announcing this soon. So I feel confident sharing this. Yeah, they asked us to headline it, so we'll be going to new country for the first time and headlining a festival for the first time. So pretty exciting stuff.
Awesome. Well, speaking of Mexico, your vacation, was that down in that region or?
We went to the Dominican Republic, Puerto Rico, and St. Martin.
Okay,
So,
I was just looking at some of the architecture in your photos, and I'm like, oh, well, it looked really nice. I'm sure you guys had a great time. I'm not really going to ask about your personal life too much, but yeah, it seemed like it. That's why we've actually waited a couple weeks to get this done. Was you had a vacation, and I figured you were lost in a hurricane.
Luckily not. It was a cruise ship, so that would have been very scary.
Awesome. So you're headlining a festival in Mexico. And you've got some new releases coming out. Are you gonna tour? I'm trying to figure out how to word this. Are you gonna tour the new album this year, or are you gonna kind of give it a little while, I guess?
Well, I haven't said anything about an album, but
okay,
we do plan we do plan on playing new material with our new tour coming up, the Aggressive Worship Tour Part 2. So yeah, we will be playing new material.
Yeah, that was kind of a nice catch. I guess there hasn't been a full album announced or spoken of. It's just you've got this new single and maybe a couple other ones at some point. When you do get those, we're definitely a podcast that likes to support people even beyond doing the show. Anytime that we see a tour or something, we'll help share that as well. We just want to do the best we can to help support you guys, even though we're on the smaller end of that spectrum. We don't have a lot of followers yet, but we figure it would help. Anything we can do to help.
Yeah, no, I really appreciate that.
Also, all of your catalog has been added to the Dad Music Podcast playlist.
Awesome.
Basically, it's a big collaboration of every artist that has come on, every song that they have. It's about 15 hours long currently.
Woo.
But if you put it on shuffle, you get everything from spoken word to emo to some punk stuff. We had Jeff Fortson of Squad 5-0 on here at one point. Obviously, we got some metalcore on there now. All sorts of stuff. So it's definitely a playlist for fans. So we also want to give you kind of an opportunity to tell us where people can find you. And Quinn, are you back on the show yet? Okay. All right. Let's keep going away. Okay. So what's next? Are you gonna? Quinn, you don't even have your mic on because you keep messing with it. Okay. Let's not. What's next?
Okay. So this is about the end of the podcast. You have 7.2415 seconds.
You have as long as you want.
You need to shout out where we can find you.
Yep, all the social medias, anything. How can we find more convictions?
Address.
Yes.
Social security number.
Can't find that. you can find us on convictionsrock.com, and you can follow our band handle, Convictions Band, at Convictions Band. But yeah, all our information with touring, new releases, all that on our website, convictionsrock.com.
Awesome. Well, that kind of about does it for the day.
Cool.
Every time we want to give you an opportunity to kind of give some final thoughts. As we're winding things down, why don't you hit our walk-off homer or our end of overtime field goal, whatever it is, however you want to put it. Anything that you want the viewers of the Dad Music Podcast to know about?
Ooh, put me on the spot. Well, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for what you guys do. I appreciate you being lenient too with my vacation and crazy schedule right now.
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes. Appreciate what you guys do and your hard work, and I admire that, and I appreciate you having myself and allowing me to share what I do with you and your audience. Thank you.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll go ahead and we'll call that a podcast, and we'll go ahead and click us out right here. And click.
We're not done. I need to first do my solo of piano.
And the 11-year-old co-host.
Nice.
Okay.
I wish I could hear it. I'm just kidding. It just goes completely silent.
Okay. Quinn. Chill. Wow. Thank you for joining us for the Dad Music Podcast, episode 9.
9!
Check out Michael Felker and his band Convictions on the Dad Music Podcast, as well as on their channel on Spotify, on Amazon Music, on everything.
Yeah!
Anything that we can do to help them out, let's get them some likes, some pokes, some tweets, some follows, some... What else is there?
Us!
Some more of us. Like their music, find their music in an opposite order. Listen to their music. That's the most important thing.
Yeah. Also check us out on the Dad Music Podcast playlist. Like we said earlier, it includes all of the Dad Music, interviewers, all their songs and all their stuff. And yeah.
So, again, follow us, follow Michael Felker, follow Convictions, and like and subscribe wherever those buttons end up being.
They're like right there.
They're like right there, except what's funny is it's backwards because of the screen that we're on and the magic of editing. Anyway, find it all, like it all, share it all, because sharing is caring. Subscribe and click.
Before we go,